Well, it's 11 o'clock. We're on the top of the hour. So my name's Bob Hayward, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to Helen of More Gen HR. We are talking about an incredibly important topic for any organization because any recruitment mistake becomes a management problem. There is a vast number of people available for most jobs at the moment, sadly, from a COVID point of view. But from a business point of view, it gives us a massive opportunity if we can find the right people. And who better than Helen to talk us through this with her 25 plus years experience at advising HR directors across the world. Helen, over to you.
Thanks, Bob. So good morning and welcome to this week's webinar. And as Bob said, we're going to be talking about effective recruitment in your business. I find it interesting that many employers don't consider that a bad hire has actually cost them anything. There are things like training costs, loss of productivity to consider. There are potential termination costs, as well as non-quantifiable detrimental effects on your team morale, brand reputation, or the turnover of other staff. In 2019, PwC estimated that the total cost of a bad hire could be anything from 50 to 150% of the annual salary in question. Whereas the REC, that's the Recruitment and Employment Confederation, estimate the cost of a poor middle manager hire could be as much as 3 times the salary. I think the important thing to take away from this is that the major liability of the future success of your business when you are talking those sorts of numbers. We're going to be looking at the tools and processes available to businesses to support them in making the best decisions on their recruitment journey. I'm going to be talking about what you do as a business, and it will apply whether you're managing the recruitment process internally or whether you use an external recruiter or executive search agency or a combination of both. Another tool you might want to consider is the GIA. This is the General Intelligence Assessment, and it was first introduced as a way of looking at and determining the intellectual abilities and trainability of the British Armed Forces. It consists of 5 online tests that rely on processes such as thought, language, decision-making, learning and memory.
Do you feel with less travel, folks are being more productive? Interesting.
Oh, that's a difficult one because that's a very individual thing, I think.